Hey guys, so I've gotten away from doing tips and tricks videos this year, and I don't know why. So what I did was I got my boy Regs, and we came up with 5 tips and tricks that should help you out in specific situations in Hut or Versus, and I think these are really going to help you out quite a bit. You add them up, and it could save a few goals in each game for you, and I think that you're really going to enjoy it. So this is 5 advanced tips and tricks. One last thing, guys. Down in the description is a link to my Discord. If you guys have any Hut questions or NHL questions, it's the best way to get a hold of me and anyone of my community that I trust and gives helpful advice. You can do it right in there. So just be sure to follow or join my Discord down below. Also, if you want to get involved in esports events or know any updates and things like that, follow me on Twitter at NoSleepsGaming, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Come on. All right, number 1, how many of you have been in this exact situation only to get walked with the one-hand tuck deke as it is an automatic goal in NHL 20? Well, there's an easy way to stop it and really hamstring your opponent. You switch your goaltender back up into the center of the ice, and when he's in tight about the hash marks, switch off your goaltender, and he'll come out and attack you. The angle that he comes at you with will slightly delay them and mess up their one-hand tuck. What I should mention is you hold L1 and press X or A depending on the console that you're on, and you will switch to your goaltender if you didn't know. Alright, next tip is on the power play. If you use passive settings, whether it be the neutral zone trap or the 1-2-2 passive for forechecking, this is what happens when you're on the power play. All of your guys back out of the zone. I don't know how many times I've seen this happen, or when I use it myself, and it's just an easy zone exit for the guy that's on the penalty kill. So all you've got to do is switch your full forecheck all the way to full by hitting the right on the directional pad and making sure you're using the 2-3 or the 1-2-2 aggressive. You'll be able to get the puck back and turn over here, or at least put some pressure on so that their clear is going to be a lot more difficult than when you're using passive settings and they can just walk right out. This is a great way and an easy tip. Just make sure that if you do normally play with passive settings that you switch back after the power play, but you can do this on the fly. So again, just make sure that you're doing this before every power play if you use passive settings. This is going to take some practice if you are not good with the L2, but in this situation, you want to be doing the L2 and holding A or X at the same time. This gives you a much cleaner spin into the zone and around opponents while protecting the puck, and it's going to allow you to pull off a lot more moves and get a lot more space as opposed to just, holding and releasing the L2, as it's going to give you a lot slower animation while you spin. The next is the slap shot board play. This is a really kind of a staple tip I had all the way back from NHL 18. You can do it. It's a little bit more difficult in this year because of how weird the slap shot happens. It's a little bit slower. But essentially what you do is you make sure your controlled breakout is set to single side slant and you have leave zone early. And what'll happen is when you go behind the net with your defenseman, all you've got to do is slap it up the boards. This will only work if your opponent is using the 1-2-2. If they are using the 1-4 and they're passive, you're going to see it as all 4 players are, making a wall essentially. If they're using the 1-2-2 where there's 1 guy forechecking, 2 in the middle at the blue line, and then 2 at the back, your winger that streaks up the boards will be able to get by. And he doesn't even just need to get onto a breakaway. This is also a very, very good way to get out of the zone when someone doesn't want to pressure you and is kind of playing for the pass. It's a very easy way to just get out of the zone. And then lastly, I showed you guys in the squad battle video, I did the east and west sauce play. This works really well against opponents. So as you see here, you have a 2-on-2. You cut into the middle and hit R1 east or west, left or right, depending. And what'll happen is the far side defenseman, which very few user players will ever control, will step up, allowing you to cut right through the middle, as almost every single user player is going to be that right defenseman in this situation. And you've got an easy shot at the net, and it works almost every time that you've got a 2-on-2. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for the 5 tips and tricks. Again, shout out to my boy Regs for helping with the video. Be sure to follow him on Twitch and Twitter. Link is down in the description down below. And sub to my channel if you do like the content. Have a good one, guys.